Wow, 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 wow. Hats off to the World Cup, man. The biggest thing in the world, the biggest sporting event, and this is why it is. Iran versus Portugal, Morocco, and Spain. But let me talk about the Iran versus Portugal fixture in this video. Wow, wow, wow. First of all, I have to say this has been the best World Cup performance ever by any Iranian team ever. Like this is just it was just a valiant effort. It was just a they showed that they deserve to be playing at the World Cup. Wow. I must say I wrote this team off before the tournament started, and the team has stolen our hearts. It has definitely stolen our hearts. I'm watching the game, and the tension is just so real. You could cut it with a knife. And I'm like, guys, I was actually hoping we could see something miraculous and Iran, win the match to top the group. I was just hoping we could see something like that. Just because, I just like to see magical things happen. And the World Cup has been dishing out a lot of magic for us. Like, wow. Iran versus Portugal, man. Iran came into this match 3 points. 3 points. Narrowly lost their second match versus Spain. Defeated Morocco in their first by an own goal. But up until then, they were looking good. They came into this match very, very confident that they can topple Portugal. I actually predicted a 2-0 win for Portugal. 2-0 win. It didn't end up like that. They did not lose. 1-1 draw. The first goal scored by Ricardo Quaresma was a peach of a goal. Like, this is his first ever World Cup start. And I didn't even predict that Quaresma would start this match. But Fernando Santos, he started him. He took off Guedes, like I said. No Guedes, no Bernardo Silva. Today, these two guys haven't been, playing as expected. And Quaresma, criticized for not using his left foot, but he kicks the ball with his outside of his right foot, and today he came up big. This has to be one of the goals of the tournament so far. It has to be one of the goals of the tournament so far. And he celebrates, Portugal celebrates 1-0 up, but Iran, they kept fighting, and they have shown this fighting spirit throughout this whole World Cup. And I love it. I love the grit. I love the way they grind. It reminds me of myself. Definitely. And, they deserve more. They can't get more at the World Cup because they did not get enough points, but they deserve more. They stole our hearts. They definitely stole our hearts. And the team from the AFC have shown us that they belong. 4 points in a very, very difficult group. Coming into the World Cup, like everybody predicted, Spain and Portugal to go through. Nobody mentioned Iran. Nobody mentioned Morocco. But these two teams have came up really, really well. They have fought and they have actually shown up. Portugal and Spain revealed their weaknesses, revealed their vulnerabilities. So the other teams are now looking in and be like, thank you, Morocco. Thank you, Iran. Well done. But Iran, second half, down 1-0. They just kept fighting. They did not park the bus today. And if you saw my preview video, I said they could either park the bus, but if they park the bus, they would not win. They would not win at all. They actually took the game to Portugal today. They took the game to Portugal, and they were awarded a penalty. But before that happened, before I forgot, Ronaldo got a penalty. And I mentioned in the preview that Ali Reza Beranvan will have to come up big today. He would have to come up big today. And he stopped Ronaldo's shot. Kept them in the game. That's the whole fighting spirit I'm talking about. Kept them in the game for the entire 90 minutes. And then they fought. And they were rewarded with a penalty. Handball by Cedric Suarez. It was a handball. Do not debate it. That's why they have VAR. And I know VAR is going to come down for some really, really harsh criticism, but that's why it's there. That's why it's there. It's there to help the referees, but it's actually, it makes the referee's job really, really hard. It makes it harder than it is because it shows up the referees as well. It shows them up. The game was so physical and it was so feisty. It was so hot, you know? Like, wow. I'm like, if this was me, like, could I be in an environment like that? I'll be fighting. Like this, these guys, these are 11 plus 11, 22 men battling it out with a football to put the ball in the opposite one's net. It's serious. It's that serious. It's that serious. You can see the passion in the fans. You could see the passion in the players and everything. It's that serious. But Iran awarded a penalty. Up step the Iranian player and Sarifad, and he puts it past Rui Patricio. 1-1. Iran back in it. Iran could have won this game. Iran could have actually won this game. You know? Iran, I'm going to say, even though Portugal may be the more dominant team, Iran could have won this game. And they probably deserve to win this game. They had their chances, but it just wasn't meant to be today. It just wasn't meant to be. And, you know, they have to hold their heads up high. It's an emotional moment being knocked out of a World Cup. But in retrospect, in hindsight, you did well, Iran. You did well. 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 And I commend you. Melli Taremi, Sarah Azmoun, Jahan Bashk, Godos, Ali Reza Beranvan, some of the players' names I can't remember. Amiri, Carlos Queiroz coming up against his old Portugal team. These guys executed the plans right. The execution was on point versus these bigger teams. Euro 2016 winners, Portugal, and Iran is rubbing them like this. Look at what Iran did versus Spain. They couldn't even score a goal. The goal that was scored was a scrappy goal that cannoned into Diego Costa's knee and went past the goalkeeper. Iran has to keep their heads up because the performance was a valiant one. It was good. It proved us all wrong. It proves us all wrong. You know, we over here, we trying to predict what will happen. We talking about it. We having fun over here, you know, trying to say, okay, you know, Iran, Portugal, Spain, Iran, let's condemn them. But no, do not condemn anyone at the 2018 World Cup. You know, do not. But in the other match, Spain, a similar story, which I'm going to talk about in a separate video. Morocco. They drew versus Morocco. Morocco also took the game to them and show us why you have to have that never say die attitude. It doesn't matter who you're coming up against. Forget about what's on paper. Forget about world ranking. Just go out there, play football, play hard, you know, be passionate about it, give it your all, and something special could come out of it. You know, and even though that Iran does not advance to the round of 16, they have stolen our hearts. They have done well, and they deserve to be talked about. We won't forget this performance. Never. We won't. This has to go down as their best ever World Cup performance, their second ever World Cup win. big draw versus a team like Portugal, who are one of the favorites to win the World Cup. Carlos Queiroz, hats off. All the players from Iran, hats off. All the Iranian fans, pat yourselves on the back. Your team did well. Okay? But guys, man, Portugal coming second. Spain topped the group like I predicted. Iran third. I predicted them to place last. Morocco at the bottom. Group B. This is it from Group B. We now would go on to the other groups and then to the round of 16. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know how you feel about the Iranian performance. They stole the show. Ronaldo played, you know. He was kept quiet. He was subdued. The game was really feisty. A lot of cards, you know. A lot of fighting. A lot of words being thrown out there. But it's all about passion. You know, these players are going to shake each other's hands, you know, after the game. And everything's going to be all right. But in the heat of the moment, the battle is hot, you know. It's no fun and games. But guys, man, thank you for watching this video. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Road to 10K is in full effect. You know, share the video with your friends. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button as well. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.